Hey everyone, Jane back with the next video in our special series on reading crochet symbol charts. If you missed the first video in the series, you can check the description below to find the link for that. Each week, I'll be working through another part of the willow square using just the symbol chart, explaining the symbols as we go. The chart itself is a visual representation of the square, so consider this a mini class on the basics of reading a crochet map. This series will be broken up into bite-sized videos, and in today's video, we'll be starting our square, and we'll be working through two types of foundation and round one using our crochet chart. When crocheting in the round, such as a granny square, there are two basic methods to create a foundation. You can work a chain stitch foundation, such as the 4 chain I'll be showing you today, or you can work a magic ring. The magic ring will be the one I use for the granny square willow. So let's get working on our foundation. So we're going to be starting with white and the center foundation. So you can either do a magic ring or a chain 4 foundation, and I will show you how I do both. So if we were just to do the chain 4, then all I need to do is put a slip knot on my hook. So I make a slip knot by making a loop, flipping the loop down into a pretzel shape. I take the hook and go underneath, pull it up, and then I pull both ends, and that's my slip knot. I pull it up to the hook. Now I'm going to go ahead and chain 4. And you can see that there are 4 ovals to represent these 4 chains in the center of my chart. And now to make the foundation ring, I actually put my hook back into that first chain, go under the loop, wrap your yarn around. Now I hold that knot down out of the way, and I pull this yarn through both the loop, the first chain, and the loop on the hook. That creates my chain 4 foundation. Now in my case, I'm going to use a magic ring, so now I will show you the magic ring. This is represented by the single circle ring sitting in the center of our chart. So I take the yarn and lay it over my hand with the cut end facing towards me. And then I twist my hand over, wrap it around my first 2 fingers, bring the yarn back underneath, crossing it over. I can use my thumb to hold it in place. Then I bring it back over 3 fingers and hold it in place with my baby finger. Then I'm going to take my hook and go under the first loop and over the second, hook it and pull it through. Take your hook facing towards you and then twisting it so that this end goes away from you. That twists it on the hook. That's the magic ring, and then what I do is I secure it in place with a chain 1, which is often the first chain 1 of your next round. So you go under the yarn that is still over your third and pull it through as a chain 1. Now it's locked in place, and that's our magic ring, and then we can start our first round. So now our chart on the left is representing round 1 with the gray shaded area. So we see for round 1, we're continuing on with our white, and we need to chain 4. That chain 4 is going to represent the first double crochet and the first chain 1 space. So what I have here is already a chain 1, so I just need to do 3 more. If you've done the chain 4 foundation, you'll need to do 4 chains. So go ahead and work those first 4 chain. You can see on the chart, I have a nice big red circle around where we are working. And again, this is your first double crochet and your first chain 1 space. Now we want to go ahead and work a double crochet back into this foundation ring. So we wrap our yarn around and go back into that ring. We're going to leave it open and loose. Wrap the yarn around, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, and yarn over, pull through 2. That's your first double crochet and a chain 1. This is what we're going to work all the way around our ring so that we have a total of 12 double crochets and 12 chain 1s. So go ahead and finish that, and I'll meet you back here at the end of the round where we'll complete round 1. So here we are, we've reached 12 double crochets, and we can count them, and 12 chain 1 spaces. If you're doing the chain 4 foundation, this will be closed up, but what we want to do with the magic ring is pull this end, this cut end here, putting our thumb and finger on the base of the last stitch, and you're going to give it a tug and it will close up that center. And you may have to readjust and give it another little tug. The nice thing with this is it closes your center right up, as opposed to the chain 4 will leave a loop there. So to finish off round 1, we want to slip stitch in the 3rd chain of our beginning chain 3, and you can see it there with the little solid filled in dot. That's our slip stitch right beside the 3rd chain. So we go in, pull up a loop, and pull it through the loop on the hook. That's your slip stitch, and that joins your round. So then you can go ahead and cut your yarn, and we'll be ready for round number 2. You have successfully taken the first steps on starting to read a symbol chart. No worries if it seems a little overwhelming at first. Like any language, it becomes much more familiar with time and practice. Join me in the next lesson, where we'll explore the next 2 rounds of our symbol chart. If you enjoyed this tutorial, please give it a thumbs up and remember to subscribe to my channel so you are sure to catch all my tutorials as they come out. Thanks for joining me, and I'll see you next time.